Namaste, welcome. I hope you have comfortable clothes on and warm. Sit on something soft like a folded blanket. And let's start with making a good intention. So bring your hands together. Sit on both sitting bones, crown all the way up, close your eyes. Deep in breath and exhale, big sigh out through your mouth. Just surrender in the breath. And then just surrender in the heart. Just letting go. Surrender to trust. Trusting that there is something bigger. Just let it go off your shoulders. And then just open your eyes and bring your soles together. We start in butterfly, just to let all this stuff flowing off your shoulders. So bringing your chin down, make sure your neck is really round, and then slowly come to your deepest forward bend. Target area, the back side. Use maybe props for lean on when it's too deep, or maybe supporting the knee for a little bit softness in the knee. So building up your position, and also feet further away or closer in. That's up to you, what you like today. So today it's just about surrendering, just surrendering in the shoulders here, surrendering in the jaws, and surrender to a bigger goal, like maybe heaven, maybe a God, maybe nature, maybe just the cosmos, or just let it go from your shoulders. Don't holding on things or your responsibility. Now, just especially in this position, just letting go, just surrender. And breathe. Surrender in the breath. Maybe you need a couple of big sighs out to really come to that feeling of surrendering. Just surrender to a bigger goal. Just surrender. Slowly, slowly coming up. And then coming lying down. Stretch your legs. Make sure you have a block or cushion near your hand. And when you're sitting on a blanket or a cushion, then it's not time to move it a little bit away, because the next posture is the supported bridge pose. So take your time to lie down in a rebound. And if you are ready, then bending your knees and place your feet on hip distance. Then pull the navel in and lifting up with your hips, and then catch your block or cushion and bring it under your buttocks so the lower spine is free. And then you can stretch your legs to stretch the hip area, but also to create a back bending. So you can use the block on the lower point, but you can also bring it a little bit higher. Maybe this is nicer for you. And for people who want to go more higher, then you can bring the block on this highest point and make sure that the sacrum is really supported. So that's meaning that the block is more in the length, highest point length, that also there's space for your meat over your buttocks, left and right, and then you can stretch. Arms, place it where you like. How wider the arms, how better you balance it, so then it's nicer. And the legs also, that's up to you. A little bit wider than hips is okay, or on hip distance. And when you are in the highest, then maybe your neck is not comfortable, so check if there's no cushions under the head, because then you bend more deeper in the neck. And if it's too much, then you go with the block more down, because the hips, I want to target the hips to really surrender here. We hold a lot of tension in our hips, especially on the front, when we're sitting all day, having stress, or also when we are a lot of big emotions, sadness, maybe a lost again, family, and we going contracting. So opening and surrender, and then have surrender to something, maybe to the heavens. And today it's also a day that we are thinking about that when you're a Christian, and Jesus go up now to the heaven. But nobody knows what actually happens there. When we come back again, we stay there, or we, I don't know. Nobody knows. But it's good to surrender to something bigger, so that when we are having a lot of things on our shoulders, on our hips, at the moment we can surrender to something bigger. Like, okay, I'm not alone here to carry this. Just give it away. Just trust that there is coming better times again. Or that there is a better world, or beautiful world, what they say, with a lot of light and love. This heavens. So trust in something good will come, will be. And then You walk your feet back, lifting up your hips so you can remove the block. Take it easy there. And let your spine resting, especially when you have a block like me on the highest point. The lower spine needs some time before we go to the next posture. The next posture is eye through the needle. So taking one leg, doesn't matter which one. I take my left on my right, and then bringing the right leg to you. So now you have to use a little bit your abdominals, and that can be feeling maybe strange in your back. And then you can hold your inner knee area to pull the leg to you. I like to stretch my leg to have also a little stretch in the hamstring, and then holding my toes or ankle. And now it's nice to have the lower spine staying in the mat. And then for some people, it's nice to have a cushion or the block under the head to reaching easier to the leg, or when you have it also straight, or the knee. So here, target area is your hip, to open your hip a little bit more, and also to give, after this back bending, a kind of rooting sensation in the lower spine. And then again, coming back to surrender. To surrender to the pose now. And surrender to time. And breathe. Just surrender in your hip. Don't give resistance. Just stand and be friend in the hip. And slowly bending your knee when the leg was straight, and placing your foot down on the mat, and then just in twisting in the same position to your side. So it's a twist, kind of twist, but still with the leg in a kind of eye through the needle pose. And then bring maybe your knee a little bit more up so you feel a better stretch in the hip. And then opening your arm and removing the block under your head. So it's a very mild twist, but a little bit more sensation on the back. Just breathe, relax. And if you like, you can stretch your right leg and holding again your toes. Just a couple of breaths. Surrender. And then slowly, slowly turning back. Take a little rebound here. Maybe let your knees falling in. And then we do the other side. First, again, the eye through the needle. Maybe bring already something for under your head. And then bringing your other leg on top. So that's my right. And then bringing the knee closer in, holding maybe on the inside. You can also place, I forgot to say, something for under your foot. So you can let go of your hands. You don't have to hold on. Or maybe you like to hold on the whole leg. Depends also how long your leg is. My legs are not that long, but maybe you have very long legs, then it's harder. Let's see where it's about is your hip area to stretching the glute area, the gluteus maximus, medius minimus, piriformis, all these little muscles there can tend up when we are holding too much in and feeling maybe too much responsible for everything. So, where it's about today is just to surrender. Surrender to life, surrender to death. Just surrender and knowing that there is something beautiful coming, that everything's gonna be fine now or later. Don't holding on to things. Today, time to surrender. It's a beautiful day in Amsterdam. Sun is shining, blue sky, I can see. Just surrender to nature. If you don't believe in heaven or God or you have a belief, and just surrender to nature. And then slowly letting go. Bending your knee and place your feet down. And then slowly, slowly twisting. Or it's a very mild twist, so you let your legs falling over to your left. I will turn a little bit to have my legs straight because you can stay here and stretch your arm out, or you can stretch that leg what was straight and then holding again your toes or ankle. So it's a kind of twist, kind of eye through the needle pose. Just stretching more the side, the IT band, this tendon plate from the ilium to the tibia, fascia, myofascia plate. And then again, today's topic is to surrender to something bigger. Surrender in the breath. Surrender in your hips. And then Slowly, slowly you roll back. And call in the last relaxation, the rebound of the practice, feeling the after effect. And also here, just surrender to the body, surrender to the energy. Letting go of all your worries, letting go of all your things you're carrying with you from the past. Just be here right now. Nowhere to go, nothing to do. Nothing to attain. Relax. And if you like, you closing the glass with me or close your laptop and sleep a little bit longer. Stretch yourself out. If you want to close the class, stretch yourself and then bending your knees and roll to the side and slowly coming up to sitting. Bring your hands together, then bring the hands in front the forehead like a witness for a peaceful mind. Then bring the hands in front of the heart to have an open heart, to surrender to something higher. And then bringing the hands in front of the belly to stay grounded, to stay with yourself, your authentic self. Namaste. Thank you so, so much for joining me. And I wish you a beautiful day. Don't forget to like and subscribe my channel or book a private class on skadi.com or skadiyoga.com, sorry. And donations are also welcome because still we cannot teach in a normal setting because the COVID. Okay, thank you so much. See you. Bye bye.